Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome in. It is 11 o'clock Central Time here in the United States of America. I'm Ivan Zoot. This is the 11 o'clock class. This is Be a $100,000 Hair Cutter. The origin of the $100,000 Hair Cutter class. The book. Originally, it was a class. Later, it turned into a book. And it expanded from there. And I've been sharing in the $100,000 Hair Cutter program pieces of that book and pieces of the system. And I'll tell you what that's all about. We'll get into the details on it as we get into the program. You guys know the rules. Zoom room. Chat is open. Mics are muted. Last 8 to 10 minutes of the program is always Q&A. So if you've got some questions, write them down. Be ready to share. Be ready to ask. Be ready to talk. Be ready to chat. Facebook. People are jumping on. Miguel, good morning. Brian, welcome back. Good to have you guys here. We're going to get rocking and rolling with that. I am monitoring comments along the way. Now, we do have a wee bit of an issue. Let me see. No, I can't do that. I'm going to be writing on the board today. I'm going to be getting out my notepad and I'm going to be writing, which means that Zoom Room, you're going to see this writing the proper direction, which means that because I have the camera set up with the forward facing, the lettering is backwards on Facebook. I think that is the case. Am I correct? Facebook world, please let me know. Are you seeing the Clipper Guy logo backwards? I see it that way on the screen. I don't know if it flips and flops when it does what it does. Al, up in Milwaukee. Welcome in, buddy. Good morning. Please let me know or confirm that that's what's going on with the reversal on the printing. If I turn the camera around, I can't see you guys, in terms of the interaction, and I can't see the chat stream. So, yeah, Amara, thank you. It's backwards. You guys are going to have to play with backwards when we get to the writing. I don't know if you hold your phone up to the mirror when you're watching it. Maybe that'll work. There's got to be a way around that, but it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. I got the Cubby Cup. Carl's Barbershop in Davie sent me the Cubby Cup. An awesome little addition to what we do right here, doing what we do. Let's get into it. $100,000 Hair Cutter. We start with a tip from the $100,000 Hair Cutter book. One idea a day, every single day for 365 days. Wake up in the morning, turn to the book, go to today, and read today. We already read today, so we're looking for a date. Somebody, Zoom world, Facebook world, somebody cough up a date, and we'll go in there and check it out. Shalaya, if that's, or Shalya, I think that is. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but I'm going to give you your date, August 13. August 13. August 13, day 225 with 140 days remaining in the year. All right, guys, pretty straight up. August 13, day 225. Keep secrets. That's what the tip of the day is for haircutters to be successful and build your business. Keep secrets. Click it and select Tools and Horizontal Flip. Horizontal Flip will work on Zoom. I don't know that that's a function that works on Facebook. Acacia Ann, if you're right, you're a guru, we'll take it, but I don't know that that works. I can do that here. I've done that already, which is why you're seeing that correct on Zoom. Keep secrets. You will hear some things. Secrets will be shared. Personal information will be offered, and stories will be told. Clients share intimate details of their lives and challenges with haircutters, bartenders, doctors, and clergy. Listen and nod. Acknowledge. I hear you. Avoid offering advice unless you're specifically asked for it. Even then, try not to offer too much. What you hear should go in one ear and be locked in the vault. The less you share what you have heard, the more likely people are to share more with you. It helps to build relationships if clients feel that you are a trusted confidant. Your sharing of their life details will tank your relationship and your business. This is a very important tip. When people tell you stuff, just forget you heard it. Don't repeat it. Don't share it. keep secrets. That right tip alone right there, that will build your business bigger, better, and faster than being a good hair cutter. Because it's about being a good person. And it's about building relationships with other people. And I say this all the time. If you got into the haircut business because you thought the haircut business was the business of cutting hair, you're in the wrong business. The haircut business is the business of building and maintaining relationships with humans. And if you truly believe that, and if you live by that, and if you support that, you will build more business than the better haircutters do. It's proven itself for years and years. It's always been the case in our business. As always, the shout out our friends at Barbicide. They're a sponsor of the programming, the Barbicide Back to Work Plan, the Barbicide recommendations for reopening, and Barbicide certification. Barbicide.com. Go there or go to the links in my, amen, Miguel. Go to the links in my profile on Instagram. Click and download. The documents are free. The education and the information is yours to help you, to protect you, to build and grow your business. Now, last hour I told you guys about the closeout deal on the Big and Bigger Busy Barbershop books. And I want to say a big thank you very much because you guys bought them all. I got nothing left. They're gone. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I do have just 6 copies of year 2. 6 copies of the bigger book. This is 52 weeks. One idea a week, every week for 52 weeks. It's the year 2 book. I don't have any more year 1s. So the deal on this one, the 2-pack was 12. The 1-pack alone, and there's only 6. If you want them, you got to click right now. Go to the website. Drina, go right now and buy it. It's $6.55 plus shipping. Just for the year 2 book. It's a super closeout. The books will be back available for sale in the coming weeks. I've got new copies with new covers. We're just updating the cover. The contents, the information, the inside, the guts, the meat, and the value of the book is going to be the same. So if you want a copy of year 2 at a crazy, stupid low price, now's the time to go there and get it while I got them. 6 left. When they're gone, they're gone. And then I will have an introductory special when the new covers come out, but it won't be these kind of prices. All right, guys. Before we get into $100,000 haircut, or the last thing we do want to talk about, Jatai. Jatai International is a new sponsor we brought on board for our events, classes, and programming. We've been featuring Jatai and Feather products in all of our technical classes. Yesterday in our Modern Pompadour, we talked about our switchblade shears. So we've been promoting our friends at Jatai. If you go to my Instagram, if you go to my profile on Instagram, in my link list is a opportunity to sign up for a 25% coupon code at Jatai International. So you're invited and encouraged to go there and do that. And while you're there, sign up for and subscribe to Jatai Academy. Jatai Academy is their online educational community. I have contributed many videos to Jatai Academy, and there's lots more content there from tons of other really great talented educators in our industry. So it's all free. They email something out every single day. Jatai Academy, and the link again is there in my links on my Instagram. Yeah, Mike, love the Artist Club Racer. Terry Ann from up in Wisconsin, nice to see you checking in on Facebook this morning. Good to have you joining us here. All right, guys. $100,000 hair cutter. Our business is simple, but it's not easy. I'll say that again. Our business is simple, but it's not easy. What do I mean by that? Well, at the end of the day, we do simple things. Our business is simple. This is not a tricky business. We're not launching space shuttles. We're not doing eyeball surgery. That stuff is tricky, okay? What do we really do in this business? The bottom line, the end of the day, what is our business really about? I said it a few minutes ago. I said it a little more complicated than I'm even going to say it now. What our business is really all about is being nice to people. Can you be nice to people? It's not just a people business, Jennifer. It's about being nice to people. Can you be nice to people? Those of you that are cosmetology school students probably already know you have classmates that are not able to be nice to people, that just don't get it and don't understand. Don't worry about it. you'll do fine. That's your competition. Doesn't that make you feel warm and fuzzy inside? Doesn't it make you feel happy to know that some people out there are making it very, very easy for you to be successful? I'm not talking bad about anybody individually or personally here, but I will share that occasionally when I see stories or hear evidence of haircutters behaving in ways that are just not nice to people, that are not conducive to creating successful, warm, friendly, welcoming, and inviting environments, it kind of makes me happy. Because it reminds me of how easy it is to win in this game. We are not playing a complicated game. Our business is simple, and that's what I mean. But it's not easy. Oh, what do I mean by that? Our business is simple, but it's not easy. What I mean is this. We do simple things. We're going to be nice to people. I think we do 8 simple things. When I created $100,000 Haircutter, the whole book was based on the idea that we need to do 8 simple things every customer, every haircut, every visit, every time, with no exception. We need to do our simple things, and we need to do those simple things 2 ways. And I say our business is simple, but it's not easy. The hard part is doing the 8 simple things consistently, meaning every single customer, doing the 8 simple things consistently, and doing these simple things really, really, really well. Executing with excellence on simple things. Hey, what is the WOP effect? Jahil, Jay, or I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. I apologize for that. When you say WOP effect, what are you talking about? That's probably something I need to know about. Share that. Tell me more. I want to know. So our business is simple, but it's not easy. We're going to do 8 simple things, and we're going to do them every single customer, every single time. You guys ready to get into it? All right. I've previously shared in this program who is trying to share their screen. What are you doing? Knock it off. We're not sharing your screen. That must have been an oops. It's okay. Every once in a while somebody does that by accident. We still love you. Oh, you're tagging a barber. No problem, buddy. I thought that was a system or some type of customer service philosophy or something. I appreciate you. Tag a barber all the time. Get your friends in here. We need to know. All right. Anyways, I've already shared in the 8-step system in previous classes step number 1, step number 2, step number 8. Those have been shared on different days. We're going to come back and visit those again. Today, I want to share specifically, I'm looking at time and thinking about what I got. I want to share step number 4, and I want to share step number 6. So we're going to share 4 and we're going to share 6 in the 8-step system for the $100,000 Haircutter program. Now, you can go online and buy a book, paper, digital, or audio, and use your fat coupon code absolutely when you do it. But let's get into it. Let me get my board up here because we're going to do some writing. Corey, welcome in. For some reason, when people join us on Facebook, and they're not here in chat here, on Facebook Live, touch the wand all the way to the right on the bottom, touch the tool icon, and the first icon on the left is horizontal flip. Acacia Ann, you're going to be promoted to guru if this works. I'm going to try it. All right, she says touch the wand all the way to the right. All right. And all the way to the right on the bottom, and touch the tool icon. I'm not seeing a tool icon. Trying to do this. Touch the wand all the way to the right, touch the tool icon, and the first icon on the left is horizontal flip. Okay, I am not getting that here. Touch the wand. I don't have a tool icon Acacia Ann. Looks like a screwdriver. Yeah, okay. I have a star, a clock, a mask, a couple of twinkly stars, a picture frame, and a pencil. Let me go back. That was brightness. I managed to make it brighter. And this is important, so I want to take a minute to try to fix this, because if I can, it's going to really help the folks in Facebook land to see this. Oh, that's effects. Now, I don't have that on my phone. I'm not a iPhone. I'm on an Android tool, so it's possible that that's an issue with the platform that I'm using. But either way, we got the pad up here, and yeah, the words are going to be backwards for our friends in Facebook land, but y'all can be cool with that. You know what's going on. You can turn the words around. Nice try. Thanks for the help. Appreciate it. If you figure out where I got to go with that in Android world, I'll take it. All right. We said we were going to look at 4 and 6. Got to get the fat marker out. And we're going to look at step 4. Step 4 in the $100,000 hair cutter system is rebooking. Rebooking. And rebooking is an art form. Rebooking is a skill. No, Jay, I don't got to get that iPhone. I'm an Android guy through and through. All right, rebooking. Rebooking is an art form. Rebooking, we talked about this yesterday in a little bit, but we're going to talk about it in great detail. Rebooking is your skill and your ability to get that client. I can flip the camera, yeah, but then I can't see the comments and I can't see what's coming in, so that doesn't work. That'll take it to the opposite camera, but then I have to turn the phone around, so I can't do that. Rebooking is getting your clients on the book today for their next visit before they leave the building. This is extremely important. Now, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to tell you how to rebook. How's good. Before I tell you how to rebook, I'm going to tell you that you should rebook. That's what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. Rebook, easier said than done. I'm going to tell you how to do it. There's things you need to say. There's 2 sentences. No matter who you are in the business, in order to successfully rebook, you need to say a sentence to a customer. You need to say a sentence to a customer. Hey, Edna, what do you mean? Explain what you're talking about here. If I turn my phone around, I can't see the screen. Right now, I've got it set up reversed. I can flip the phone to the other camera, but it will require me to turn the camera, and I can no longer see the screen, so I can't see the comments and the interaction coming in on Facebook. I can obviously still see the Zoom community, but when the phone goes round and round, I lose my ability to see what's happening on that side. I can tell you what to do, rebook, and I can tell you how to do it. 2 sentences. However, I don't think you'll be a successful rebooker until I explain why. And the example I use when I talk about this is I talk about kids. Anybody out there, raise your hand if you have a kid. Raise your hand if you've ever been a kid. Raise your hand if you're still a kid. Okay, so you got a kid, or you are a kid, or you were a kid. And you want little Billy to clean up his room. That's a job. It's a task. It's something to be done, like rebooking. Little Billy. And you tell him what to do. Hey, little Billy, go upstairs, clean your room. What does Billy do? Nothing. He doesn't clean his room. Billy doesn't clean his room. Because you told him what to do. Flips you the bird. He's not interested in participating. You tried to tell him what to do, and it didn't work. So then you go the next level. You tell Billy how to do it. Billy, go upstairs. Put the toys in the toy box, put the shoes under the bed, put the clothes in the hamper, put the pillow on the bed. That is telling somebody how to clean their room. You told him what to do, go clean your room. You told him how to do it. Put the toys in the toy box, put the shoes under the bed, put the pillow on the bed, put the clothes in the hamper. That's how you clean your room. What does little Billy do? He might do some of it. He might do none of it. You don't know. Depends. Varying levels of success. However, what we get to as parents is we get to why. And what I can tell you is, when you tell little Billy why to clean the room, all of a sudden, things change. It sounds like this. Hey, Billy, go upstairs. Clean your room. Because if you don't clean your room, on December 25th, Santa Claus is skipping our house. That's called why. That's why to clean your room. We told you what to do, clean your room. We told you how to do it. Pick up the toys, pick up the pillow, pick up the shoes. We told you how to do it and you weren't as interested. But when we told you why to do it, because if you don't clean your room, December 25th, Santa Claus is skipping our house. What happens? That kid's going to clean his room. That kid's going to run upstairs and clean his room. And if he doesn't know how to clean his room, or if it's too much or it's too overwhelming, he's going to fall down on the floor, he's going to start crying, and he's going to beg you to help him clean the room. Begging you, Mom, Dad, you got to help me. I got to clean the room. I want Santa to come to our house. It's about buying into why. And so what I want to share with you guys on rebooking, I'm going to tell you what to do, rebook. I'm going to tell you how to do it. 2 sentences. I'm going to tell you both the sentences, no matter who you are in the business. If you want to be a successful rebooker, you need sentence number 1 or sentence number 2. You don't need both. You need either or. You will decide which person you are. And when you decide which person you are, you will decide which one of the sentences you need. It's just that simple. But before we go there, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you the math on why you need to rebook. Because I'm a firm believer, just like cleaning the bedroom, if you buy into why, if you agree with the why, if you understand with the why, in your heart and your soul, if the why becomes a part of you, how will take care of itself. Absolutely. You'll do it. Because you understand why it's important. You know what it is. And you know how to do it. And now you're going to know why. Here we go. You got a client. Client gets their hair cut every 6 weeks. How many haircuts do they get in a year? There's 52 weeks in a year, 6 divided into 52. How many haircuts does this person get in a year? They're a 6-week client. In a year they buy, anybody? Do you know? Do the math. The answer is 8. They buy 8 haircuts a year. 6 times 8 is 48. That's about 52 weeks in a year. At $100 a haircut. Why do I use $100 a haircut? Ivan uses $100 a haircut because Ivan can do math with $100. Keeps the math easy in my head. I want you to charge $100. I want you to do $100 haircuts. And I'm going to use it for our example. That can be any number you want. The numbers will still work. So 6 weeks, every 6 weeks, 8 haircuts a year, $100 a haircut. That means this customer is worth $800 a year. Give me a thumbs up if you understand how I got that number. Give me a thumbs up if you understand why that number is the number. On Facebook, throw me a thumb or a heart. On Zoom, throw me a thumb if you're with me. You got an $800 customer. We're seeing some thumbs. I like it. Now, this customer, 6 weeks haircuts, 8 haircuts a year, $100 a haircut, $800 customer. And you don't rebook. You don't rebook the customer. You let them walk out the door without rebooking. Okay, so what happens? 6 weeks later, they look in the mirror and they go, oh, I got to get a haircut. They pick up the phone. They're brushing their teeth. It's 11:30 at night. They're in the bathroom, standing in front of the mirror, brushing their teeth. And they look in the mirror and they go, I got to get a haircut. I got to remember to call Ivan tomorrow. And tomorrow comes and tomorrow goes. they forgot to call you. The next night, they're brushing their teeth in the mirror, and they go, oh, I was supposed to call Ivan. I got to call Ivan. I got to get a haircut. I got to do that tomorrow. And they forget. And tomorrow comes, and tomorrow goes. And this happens for a few days. Now, they were a 6-week haircut. By the time they pick up the phone, it is week 7. And by the time they land in your appointment book, it is week 8. So watch what happens. Your 6-week client just became an 8-week client. Now, over the course of a year, how many haircuts are they going to buy? Well, 8 divided into a year is going to be 6 haircuts at $100 a haircut. This customer is now a $600 customer for the year. Every 6 weeks, they bought 8 haircuts at $100. They were an $800 customer. By gapping out their appointments by, money gonna go down, Jay. They gapped out to 8 weeks. They only bought 6 haircuts at $100 a haircut. They're now a $600 customer. You have lost $200 on that customer for the year. 200 from 800, that is a decrease of 25% in your annual revenue from this customer as a direct result of what is called appointment stretching. The customer stayed away a little longer. Now remember, they still love you. You are still their hair cutter. They are still your client. They haven't gone anywhere else. They haven't bought any other haircuts. They haven't been anybody else's customer. They are still your loyal customer. But they stretched it out. They gapped it out. They stayed away. You lost $200. That's one customer. And you lost $200 a year. Okay? That could be a car payment. That could be 2 weeks of groceries. That could be a dormitory for your kid in college. That could be, one college textbook. This is money, guys. Okay? And when you multiply this activity out over your entire customer base, if everyone is stretching like that, you're losing a fortune. And by the way, the last time we had a significant economic downturn in this country, in 2008, this is exactly what happened to our industry. Our industry nationwide lost 25% of its gross incoming revenue as a direct result of appointment stretching. People went longer. They grew out their roots a little more. They grew out their hair a little more. They didn't have money. They weren't spending money on haircuts. We're in serious danger of seeing this exact same thing happen during this coronavirus-induced economic instability, economic slip. I mean, call it a recession. It's going to be a depression, perhaps. But this is exactly what's going on. Anybody here want a 25% pay cut? I don't think so. Anybody here want to lose 25% of their income by letting these people walk out the door? Now, let's flip the script. You've been this hair cutter. You've been letting them walk. You've been letting them gap out like this. You've been losing this money. But you see this. You understand this. You take this information in and you go, no more. I am not going to let this happen to me. I am not going to be a victim of appointment stretching in this way. I understand what rebooking is, and Ivan's going to tell me how to rebook. Yeah, Brandon, it's huge. So, this is why. Watch what happens. Your client's been an 8-weeker. You've never been really good about rebooking. But starting immediately, you decide, I'm going to be a rebooking monster. I'm going to be a rebooking professional. I'm going to be a vicious, wicked rebooker. And by the way, nail technicians, massage, estheticians, hair color, anything you do in our business, this information is exactly the same. It transfers over to everything. Here we go. Now you hold them to 6 weeks. They've been an 8-weeker. You tighten them up and you hold them to what we call their visit interval. I'm a 10-day, 2-week haircut. She's a 4-weeker. He's a 6-weeker. He's a 5-weeker. Tell them what they are. Hold them. You hold this customer, instead of 8, you pull them down to 6. Now they buy 8 haircuts at $100 a haircut. They are now an $800 customer. Do you see what happened there? You tighten them up. Last year, without rebooking, you took $600 a year from them. This year, by holding them to their 6 weeks, by keeping them on their 6 weeks, by rebooking, by getting the appointment from them today before they leave the building, you now take $800 from them. A difference of plus $200. Now, you haven't added one new customer. You haven't done one additional service. You haven't spent any money on advertising, marketing, or promotion. This same customer who last year gave you $600, this year gives you $800. $200 more dollars. Now, when we took $200 away from $800, it was a drop of 25%. But friends, when we put $200 on top of $600, it's an increase of plus 33%. You see the difference there? Do you see the impact? Throw me a thumb if you're with me. Throw me a thumb if you understand this. Throw me a thumb if that made sense. Anybody? Throw me a thumb if you see the power of holding somebody to their visit interval. Whatever it was and whatever it should be. Yeah, you should. Yeah, is that the $ face, Brandon? You got it. Exactly. Now, please know, I just offered you. Anybody here want a raise? You're hearing all these stories about the economy right now. You're hearing all these stories about the challenges out there right now. And in this economy, I'm offering you a 33% raise. The average raise for corporations before the economy went in the toilet from coronavirus was about 3%. That story's over. That song is over. Layoffs, people looking for jobs, higher levels of unemployment than we've ever seen in my lifetime. Probably forget about it. Noah, we're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about reminders. Yes, you need to have some things in place to remind these customers. Absolutely. But the modern tools we have available to us for doing these things are amazing. Unbelievable tools that we have to make these things happen properly. So I'm offering you, notice guys, right there, by doing one thing, by rebooking your customers, I am offering you a raise that is honestly 11 times greater than the typical raise people get with a typical job, because this is not a typical industry. We may be essential, but we're not typical. This is an opportunity to make unbelievable money under unbelievable circumstances in an unbelievable way by asking you to do simple things, but by asking you to do them every single customer, every single haircut, every single visit, every single time, doing these things consistently and doing these things very, very, very well. Are you with me? Who's with me? Let me know you're with me, because this is the why for rebooking. This is why you want to rebook. And for everybody out there, I'm going to try really hard right now. For everybody out there in Facebook land, are you ready? There it is. There it is. It says why. I wrote it backwards so everybody can see it. Okay? Are you with me? There are apps that you can send out reminders for appointments without even having to do it. Automatically does it. Yes, of course, Acacia Ann says that. She's my tech guru trying to help me with my flip-flop up here. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. There are tools that make these things super crazy easy. So this is the answer to why do we want to rebook. Anybody want to know how? I told you what it is, rebooking. I told you why you need to do it. That's the answer right there. Money, straight to the bottom line. Appointment stretching is killer. Appointment stretching is toxic. Appointment stretching robs you of money every single day and every single week. Absolutely. So now you want to know how. How is so easy, folks. Now I'm going to tell you how. How to rebook. Take care of people. Do your haircuts. Take good care of people. And depending on who you are in the business, you need to throw one sentence. I'm going to tell you the sentence. If you are fully booked and busy, if you are a fully booked and busy hair cutter, you've got a sentence. I'm going to give you that sentence right now. Those of you that are very busy hair cutters, listen carefully. This is the sentence. You say this to your customer. This is how you rebook. Quote, I'm busy. And if you don't make your next appointment today, you're not getting in with me. That's it. That's the whole sentence. I am fully booked and busy, and if you don't make your appointment today, you're not getting in. That's it. Scott says, I'm busy. I'm going to be busy. If you want in, you need to book now. Scott Sales just said that right up on Facebook. Scott, you got it almost perfect word for word. That's exactly right. The reason you know that is because you're busy, and you know what to say because you're busy. So busy hair cutters, simple sentence. I'm busy. You don't book, you don't get in. I don't think there's a client out there that doesn't understand that. And by the way, a big piece of this is you have to understand how to say no to people. No stretching ever. I want everybody listening. We've got a full room here on Zoom, and we've got a lot of people up here on Facebook. I want every single person who can hear my voice right now to comment. Either chat or comment on Facebook. Every single person, I want you to comment the word no. I want you to say no. I want you to type no. I want you to use caps, and I want you to use an exclamation point. I want you to say this like you mean this. And you got to get really good at it, really comfortable with it, really happy with it, and understanding it is so incredibly important. No! No squeezing. No squeezing. No squeezing. I'm booked and busy. If you don't make your appointment today, you're not getting in. And then when they don't do it, if they choose not to rebook, that's okay. But when you're booked, you say no. So I'm sorry, no, I can't get you in. Sorry. I suggested that you rebook. I can take an appointment for you now, but it's going to be, 2 weeks from now or whenever it's going to be. But you got to learn how to say no. Fundamental to making this work is saying no. Wait, are you telling me to say no? You're asking me to say no. I'm telling you to say no to squeezing. And I'm asking you to say no to me for practice. So that you can get, I know you're good at saying no, Scott. I'm not worried about that. I got a lot of O's from Patrice. That's awesome. Because if you ask people to rebook, and you tell them they're not going to be able to get in, and then you squeeze them in, what are you doing? You're killing yourself. You're making your life difficult. You're making your life stressful. You're making your life anxious and uncomfortable. And you're making their life really easy, because what you're saying to them is, I'm telling you to rebook, but if you don't, I'll get you in. Why would you do that? Why would you undermine all of what you're working for here? Why would you make it harder for you to do business? You have to book today. You won't be able to squeeze you in. I don't squeeze. Okay? I don't squeeze. Squeezing is for orange juice and Charmin toilet paper. And they will expect it every time. Mike, you are exactly right. This is like training children and small animals. Okay? This is exactly what this is like. You are training your clients to behave in ways that you're contradicting yourself if you let them in. Noah, you are absolutely right. You will make them not value your time. You're absolutely right, Acacia Ann. You have to book today. I won't be able to squeeze you in. Absolutely. So this is for the busy haircutters. Not everybody's busy. What about the people that are not busy? Because you can't say that. We're not going to lie to anybody. We're going to be honest. If you're not busy, if you're the new hair cutter and your book is empty from today until forever, you can't tell people I can't get you in. You got nothing but time. So what do you say to those customers? You need the other sentence. You need a different sentence. Are you ready for the other sentence? This is what the other sentence sounds like. If you're not the busy hair cutter and you want to get better at rebooking, what you say is this. You know, clients like you are sending their friends, and I'm getting busier every single day. And because you're one of my founding clients, I want you to get the time you want. I know you like Thursdays in the morning before lunch, 11 o'clock on the 23rd. Does that work? Listen to what I said. Because clients like you are sending their friends. Notice that's the not so subtle reminder about sending referrals. And I'm getting busier and I'm growing because people like me and I'm good at what I do. Because clients like you are sending their friends, I'm getting busier every week. In order to get the time that you want, I want you to have first choice. Let's set up your next appointment today before you leave. Everybody got that sentence? Because clients like you are sending their friends. I'm getting busier every week. And I want you to have the spot you want. So let's set up that appointment today before you leave. That's the other sentence. So you've got one sentence for the crazy busy haircutters, and you got another sentence for the building and growing haircutters. That's the two halves of the business. You're one or the other. You can't be both. You're one or the other. So which sentence do you use? You use the sentence that's right for you. That is what rebooking is. Getting them on the appointment book today before they leave. That is why it is important to rebook. Because of appointment stretching. Because of the devastating impact it can have on your income. And that is how you rebook. With sentence number 1 or sentence number 2. Sentence number 1 or sentence number 2. I'm really busy. If you don't book now, you're not going to get in and I can't squeeze. Boom. Done. Over. You know, because clients like you are sending their friends, I'm getting busier every single day, every single week. And I want you to get the times you want. So let's set up your appointment today before you leave. I appreciate you. Athulin, Athlina, if that's how I'm pronouncing it. Can you please say it one more time? I'm going to give you both sentences again. Sentence number 1 for the busy haircutters. If you don't book today, you're not getting in and I can't squeeze. That's it. And don't forget to smile. The smile on the end is really important. If you don't book today, I can't get you in because I can't squeeze. Doesn't it even sound better when I smile? My orthodontist did a great job when I was a kid, and now it looks good, I think. Hey, if you don't book today before you leave, I'm busy. You ain't getting in, and I can't squeeze. That's sentence number 1. For the not-so-busy haircutters, the answer is clients like you, because they're sending their friends, I'm getting busier every single week. And because you're one of my original clients, I want you to get the time you want. I know you like Thursdays. Let's set up your next appointment before you leave. That's the other sentence. Questions, comments, anybody? We got about 10 minutes left. I was hoping to also get in step 6. We're not going to get step 6 in. We're going to do step 6 on another day because I'm going to have to end promptly and on time because I'm a special guest with a school coming up at noon on their broadcast, so I want to end this one before we get to noon. We still have a little bit of time for Q&A. Who's got what? How can I help? Hit me now. Questions. Guys, rebooking is the single most important non-technical skill. You mentioned earlier about the 10 a.m. talk with Ronit. Will Zoom still launch at 11 tomorrow? Yes. I've got a 9 o'clock class. I've got 11 o'clock tomorrow. And in between, I've got the 10 o'clock on the America's Beauty Show Facebook Live page with Ronit Enos tomorrow. So I will be with Ronit at 10 and I will be here at 11. I'm committed to maintaining those times. Yes, tomorrow is going to be a busy morning. Yes, tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun. Yes, tomorrow is going to be a ton of information. And just like that, you got them for life. Brandon, boom. And just like that, you got them for life. That is correct. Rebooking is just that important, guys. I was saying before I took that question, it is the single most important non-technical skill that you'll ever develop in our business. And if you do develop this technical skill, if you master this, if you nail this, you will be in the top 10% of earners in the entire industry. Because the people that make the most money in the haircut business are not the better haircutters. Hear me now. The people that make the most money in this industry are the people who are better at rebooking. If 7 clients are 10 minutes late, you lost an hour and 10 minutes. If 7 clients are 10 minutes late, you've lost an hour and 10 minutes. That's a great point. That's about holding them to appointment times. That's another conversation. I have a system for making people show up on time. I have a system for encouraging people to show up on time. I'm actually going to take a note right now because you said that, and I am going to add this to the schedule for an upcoming class. Who was it that said that? Robert Gooden. Very important point. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's going to be a class that's coming up because I have a system. You want your clients to be on time? I have a way for clients to be on time. I have a way to set it up so that clients will always be on time for appointments. They will never be late for appointments. The late client will become a piece of your history and of your past. It's a system. If you work the system, it'll work for you. How are we accounting for hours? I appreciate your time. Accounting. Amberly, I have no idea how your school is accounting for timing. If you are interested in your school being able to verify your presence here, have that conversation with your school and have your teacher reach out to me because I can provide some verification if they need that for documentation for hours. I have had that question come up before, and I am working with some schools to help them with that. So have your school reach out if that can be something that is valuable or important to your school. Anybody else? Questions or comments? I'm dropping stuff today. Rosie says, most of my clients, I've been doing this for over 30 years. If that's rebooking, game on. You're doing well. That's so important to what you do in the business. It's so important to your success. And I'm proud of you for it. That's awesome. Anybody else? Other questions? We just have to take a pic of time and date before and after and give a summary of what we learned. All right, you guys got a system. That's awesome. I love that you get credit. I love that you're here. I appreciate your participation. And I look forward to continuing to help lots of students, lots of haircutters, lots of schools to build and grow in this business. Yeah, you know what, Rosie? You learn those lessons early in a career, makes the rest of the career easier and happier for everybody involved. That's so much of why I like to share so much of this with the student community. Totally dig it. Anybody else? Anything else? All right, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. We've got classes tomorrow. Tomorrow is haircutting at 9 o'clock, and initial haircut pricing is at 11. The initial haircut pricing class. It's going to be an interesting one because this talks about how do you start? How do you set your price when you're getting into the business? All of the timing on all of this programming is Central Time, Jennifer. Anytime you hear me mention a time, it's going to be Central Time in Chicago because that's where I live. You guys have to do the math and make the adjustment for the timing on these. I work based on Chicago timing. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.